about timing and when the right time was, and this felt like it.
Yeah, I think, all last year for us, we wanted to watch Emma struggle with the darkness and be warned about the darkness, and then have her fight it, but then actually take on something even worse, which is the dagger, to help save everyone. And, this season is a lot about, I think Jennifer can speak to this more, but it's about your struggle.
Yeah.
Jennifer Morrison. Jennifer Morrison.
Is it good to be bad, Jen?
It's good to be bad. It's been really fun. It's been a really wonderful challenge to be able to start season 5 of a show and create something basically totally new. I felt like I was starting over a little bit, and you can tell how much talking I've been doing based on this grovelly voice I have. But yeah, no, it's been actually really fun. The struggle that she's going through internally is very real and very intense, and as an actor, it's just been awesome to play with.
Another thing I think is, the look that you see that we affectionately call Lady Stardust, but Jennifer helped create that. The idea of the platinum hair and the look and a lot of pictures back and forth.
We had a lot of Dropbox pictures going back and forth. We could have been an ad for Dropbox, I think.
Yeah.
It's not that she's not Emma. So she's the savior with darkness in her. And so Emma is a constant cauldron of conflict, basically. And she's in a constant battle with the light and the dark within herself. And at certain times the dark is winning, and at certain times the light is winning, and at certain times she's doing things for the right reasons, but doing them in a dark way. So it's this interesting kind of fury inside her.
So for example, in the scene we just saw, does she really want Hook at her side, or was that all subterfuge to get the sword?
She really wants Hook at her side, and it was a ruse to get the sword. That's why it's complicated.
It's complicated, and it's kind of like the way when Rumpelstiltskin was Dark One. There was a lot of evil that he did, but there was also a lot of love in him too. There's a lot of conflict.
I think one of my favorite moments in the episode that you just saw was when Jennifer is when he says to her, what do you want? I know dark ones, because we know Hook chased one down for hundreds of years, and the look she gives is heartbreak because she knows she does need something and she's right, but she still loves him. And I thought that was a really layered moment there. Good force. So I think, that's what I would look forward to.
They're being intentionally vague. If you haven't caught that.
It doesn't like stealing candy.
I would say that warning is prophetic and will come back to either haunt or warn somebody.
Oh, okay. I was going to ask about that, the warning, telling her not to throw a sword out of stone. We have this new curse in play. Usually when a curse is cast, someone's loved one's heart has been crushed. Is that the case here?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And we will find that out in Camelot.
I want to talk about Regina for a second. From that scene with Selena, it almost seems like a part of her is almost fighting this new reputation as the savior. Like she's kind of like, listen, make no mistake, I'm still the evil queen. Is that kind of what's going on with her? Is she not?
I think that's always a part of her. It's as much as she grows and changes, her past and who she once was informs who she is now. So, yeah, as much as she's trying to be good and do all that, there is that fire in her always.
Well, I think, Selena's really, she has given her a few chances, and so I think a lot of that fire is directed toward her. And so, it's almost like she wants to crush her heart, but knows that would make her do hurt. So I think that's the struggle on.
What will Robin Hood be up to in the next few episodes?
Oh, Robin Hood? Stuff.
Thievery. He is going to be, as we saw, Hook has asked for his help, and he is going to help him break into that basement, and they're going to have another ally, which is going to be Regina.
The Lancelot backstory is a little confusing. I was wondering if you could just walk us back through what you've established with Lancelot in the past and what's going on now.
A lot of that hopefully will be clear in next week's episode, but in season 2 we saw Lancelot was actually Cora pretending to be Lancelot and told him that Lancelot was dead, and now apparently he's not dead. And we're gonna learn a lot more about his past and the kind of iconic love triangle that is Camelot involving Lancelot and Fletcher.
Yeah, that love triangle that Arthur was talking about, I want to watch that show.
Well, that's
like
next
on the
week.
Ryan show on Sunday night or something.
I hope so. Yeah, that's next week.
So we'll get that whole backstory.
Next week. Watch live.
Are we going to see Morgan Le Fay?
What's that?
Are we going to see Morgan Le Fay? No.
We are not going to see Morgan Le Fay now.
There's only so much we could kind of put in, and we're having our spin on the Camelot story, but it's really about our kind of core Once Upon a Time character.
And we're also, in addition to that, we're going to learn a lot more about the Dark One mythology and actually meet the very first Dark One.
His name was Steve.
His name was Steve, yes.
Henry's got a girlfriend. What sort of mad
He calls her, he hangs up, he makes her mixtapes.
Operation?
Yeah, he is approaching her like it's the late 80s.
You guys ever wondered what Eddie and Adam were like when they were Henry's age?
On a scale of 1 to 10, how helpless is Rumpelstiltskin once he wakes up?
Well,
What's the one means?
yeah.
Love, like he's just cowardly, quiet, meek.
I'd say he's a 5. He has no magic, but he carries the wisdom of everything he's going through. But at the same time, he still probably wants to run rather than fight.
I've been asked by the Rum Bell fans to inquire about the romantic future, but I'll phrase the question this way. Are there any plans to write an Emily DeRockham's real-life pregnancy?
Well, I'll say this, we're super, super happy for Emily. She's pregnant. We're very, very happy for her. The one thing we can say is that Eddie and I promise not to deliver the baby.
So maybe that'll be
It's Oktoberfest, yeah.
maybe that'll be the rest of the second half of the season, one way or the other.
One way or the other, something's going to get done.
Which of the show's romances is on the wildest roller coaster ride this season?
All of them.
I think Henry is,
Henry's will break your heart, but I think, and then maybe that's true. Henry's will break your heart. But the other ones are definitely on the roller coaster.
When will we next see Merida? Who
this
is
is next week.
Amy Manson's fantastic in that role.
Yeah, Merida is really excited.
She's in next week's episode, and then we also are, we can announce that we're doing a special 2-hour episode in November 15th. We're excited to do it, and part of that episode is going to be a Merida adventure with Mulan and Ruby.
Once Upon Charlie's Angels. Talk a little bit more about the split season plans. I know it's a little bit different this year. You usually do 12 episodes and then 12 episodes. What is going on this time?
Well, we're going to be running through airing 10 nights, and then there's that 2-hour night November 15th, and then the 100th episode is scheduled to air, just kick off the spring in March, I think March 6th.
Yeah, and in seasons past, the second half will be a different arc than the first half.
What one word would you use to characterize the second half?
Hell.
We are doing the 80s storyline. All right. Before we turn it over to a couple of quick audience questions, I understand you have a little bit of casting news to share.
Yes.
Well, it's less news than what we're looking for. We haven't cast the part yet, but we're bringing Hook's father on.
We're going to see Hook as a little boy coming up.
And we're going to see an adventure with Hook and the Evil Queen.
That'll be in this arc, 5
That
minutes.
will be, yes.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right. Let's turn it over, see if we can get out a couple quick audience questions.
I can't see anything. Hi,
From the light top, take it away.
Hello.
I'm just gonna take it off. Hi guys. I'm wondering if all the amnesia curses are going to come back and haunt them, like the citizens of Storybrooke. I'm like a concerned person for the citizens of Storybrooke. If the amnesia curses are just going to cause like early onset dementia among everyone.
What was the question? I forgot.
If you guys are going to,
I would say this, when Mary Margaret said, again, we know what we're doing, and we are doing, when you find out why their memories were taken, if you don't like that twist, let us know on Twitter like always.
I'm available.
I was just going to say,
But we would say, you know it, go ahead.
I can't, if there's so many things going on, I don't know who I'm answering for.
No, I was just gonna say, because is Dr. Will slipping them something, or is there something in Granny's lasagna?
I would say the answer to all those questions will be revealed in the next 10 weeks. Watch ABC, 8 p.m. Sunday night.
I watch it religiously.
All right, we have 1 minute left to do rapid fire. Over here on this side, question and answer.
Hi, my question is for Jennifer. How different is your process right now to prepare to be the Dark Emma? Like how you get into character, differently from the Emma, how you got into that character from season 1?
It's not necessarily a different process. I mean, there's a similar amount of time and thought and consideration that goes into both versions of her. I just think that right now, what's driving Dark Swan is her internal conflict. And so for me, it's sustaining that constant conflict that's inside. She's always saying one thing and feeling another. So she's trying to do the right thing, but she feels like doing the wrong thing. Or she's doing the wrong thing, but wishing that she wasn't. So sort of, she's in constant conflict. And so I guess the biggest difference, I guess, would be that, you know, as I'm breaking down the scripts and I'm looking through the scenes and deciding on things, I'm constantly looking for that circle of conflict and sustaining that.
One more over here.
Do you think, since Emma is driving Hook into the situation, trying to get her trust, do you think she'll ever try to get Henry's trust? And like try to...
Absolutely.
Oh, absolutely.
Coming up soon.
Coming up soon in 2 weeks. Episode 5, is that the one called Dreamcatcher? Yeah.
Dark ones are dangerous. That's all I'm
Ones are
saying.
dangerous.
But she certainly does turn her sights toward Henry and trying to get his trust.
And the very last question from over here. Here we go.
Hi guys. Sorry. My question for Jennifer is: does Emma have any recollection of meeting Berlin when she was young, first of all?
That will be explained in an episode coming up this arc.
Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you all.